Today I want to talk about Mondays. And the subject for today is you don't hate Mondays, you hate your current life. So I see it all the time. I see it in my own house. I see it with other people. I see it in the whole, society is Mondays suck. You have to go back to work. You're coming down, you had a great weekend. Fridays are great because it starts your weekend. If you are a person that just lives for the weekend, I feel like, as someone who loves Mondays and loves all the days, you need to find a way to make your life better, to make your work better, to make your everything you do can be better. We are here. This is my philosophy. We come to this physical world. We make the choice as a soul to come here to learn and to be better. And when you come here and you just start going through the motions and you live for the weekends, but on the weekends you're really not doing anything either, what is that? If you're a person that's working hard, you enjoy your job, you enjoy the people that you work with, it might not be your total passion, but you are a super positive person and you put joy into everything, that's great. Because we can all do things that we love, but there are things in that we don't particularly like. I am a reseller of clothing. The part that I don't like is having to list it. You have to take pictures of it. You have to get it out there on the different platforms, or obviously it's not going to sell. People aren't just going to show up at your doorstep and say, hey, I hear you sell clothes. Do you have any Patagonia I could look at? No, that's not going to happen. You have to put it out there. So that's the part that I don't like. The part that I love is going to the thrift store and finding all the cool stuff. So do I not resell because there's a little part of it that I don't like? No. I just find different ways. I'm actually listening to some podcasts right now while I'm listing, and it keeps me entertained. I just get to listen to something fun that makes me laugh and makes me smile. And that's where you have to get. Even if you don't have choices, which I hate that because we all have choices. Everyone has a choice. Even if you feel like you don't have a choice right now and you need to stay in your work for the insurance or for the pay or whatever it is, we all have responsibilities. I get that. I'm not saying, hey, just quit your job and everything's going to be great. I'm saying there's something to work towards. You don't have to stay in that job that you dread every Monday. You get to make choices. So tomorrow your choice might be, I'm going to start looking for a better job. Or I'm going to start a little side hustle to turn my love of sports cards or golf or crafting or horseback riding or skydiving into a real business. So when I get off work, I'm not just going to plop down in front of the TV. I'm going to go look up what other skydivers are charging to teach people. I'm going to look up what it is to become a craft teacher online. I'm going to look up what it looks like to whatever, resell clothes. But you have to start somewhere. So that whole line, you don't hate Mondays, you just hate your current life, is so true. Because you have the choice to start making changes. You're not going to make huge changes right away. You're going to need to make little changes. But you have to make the choice. Because I will tell you, happiness, and you've heard this before, but I really want it to sink in. Happiness is not a destination. It is a choice. If you have to drive to work today, and I know it's Wednesday. For me, it's Wednesday right now, so you could be watching this anytime. It's not Monday. But if you have to drive to work this morning and you're dreading it, find a way to make it happy. Find all the cars that you love. Take a different route. Leave a little bit earlier and take the scenic route to work. Do something different to make your life better every single day. And when you start doing that and you start making those positive changes, your life doesn't have a choice other than to be a happier life. Ding! So I encourage you to start making those choices. Think about that. When Monday comes around, are you hating the day because it's Monday, or are you hating your current life because you're not doing what you really want to be doing and living up to your potential? I'm not perfect. I want to live more up to my potential too, so that's why I'm sharing this. But I know that there's a lot of people that are really having a hard time with that. Well, I don't have a choice. You have a choice to start making a different choice, if that makes sense. You get to have some hours in the day to start doing something that makes more sense. It could be putting your resume out. It could be, like I said, researching what your favorite hobby is that you could turn into a business. You could turn something into a business where every Monday, that's what you get to go do all day. You get to go ride horses all day. And you're like, there's no job like that. Yes, there is. There are exercisers at racetracks, if that's what you're into. There are dude ranches that hire people to ride out into the, wherever and host these people that want to go on these horseback rides for a couple days or a cattle drive. There's horse training. There's like horses for physically. Oh, that's not happening. There's horseback riding for physically and mentally disabled. I don't even know what the correct term is right now, but there's these sanctuaries that have horses that you could volunteer at and work into some sort of job. Anyways, I'm getting a whole bunch of rings and dings on my phone. I just wanted to put that out there. You don't hate Mondays, you hate your current life. Make some new choices. And happiness is not a destination. It is a choice that you make right this minute. A new choice. You can get off this video and go back to what you always do, or you can start making new choices and start rewiring your brain to be a happier person. So I hope that helped. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.